Good morning, my dear friends. I am Prakash Chand Chaudhary, Assistant Professor of English in BCS Government PG College, Dhantari. You have already watched my first and second video about the lesson Death of a Clerk. This is the third video dealing with the grammar exercises. Grammar exercise in this lesson deals with nouns and pronouns. As we all know, nouns and pronouns are very important parts of speech. Parts of speech happens to be very important for you when you are going to work out exercises in English grammar. So before going into the exercise, let us discuss about these important parts of speech, nouns and pronouns. Noun, as you know, is a naming word. It rather is the name of a person, place or thing, as the traditional definition says. We can divide all the nouns into two bigger groups, countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are those nouns which can be counted. Uncountable nouns are those nouns which we cannot count. All the nouns in English can be divided into 5 specific categories. They are a common noun. Common noun is a general noun which is the word which refers to thing, subject or anything which is not specific, which is not particular. For example, student, teacher, fan, chair, table, etc. Proper noun is a word which refers to something particular and specific. For example, Raipur, Dhantari, Prakash. These are the proper nouns. They always begin with a capital letter wherever they are used in the sentence. Next one is the collective noun. The exercise on noun deals with these collective nouns, so you have to be very particular about them. Collective noun is the word which represents a group of persons, thing or animals, just like a grove, team and like that. And the last two divisions of nouns are very less in number. Material nouns are those nouns which are tangible, which you can see, touch, and they are the materials used for making some things. The last division is abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are something which are intangible, which we can't touch or see, we can only feel them. For example, happiness, sadness, honesty, like that. Now, if you look into the pronouns, what are the pronouns actually? Pronouns are the words which are used in the place of nouns. They can be of several categories. I'll just briefly deal with these categories of pronoun. The first division will be the personal pronouns, which are like he, she, they. They can be subjective as well as objective. The next one is demonstrative pronouns, like the word this and that. Next one is interrogative, when we use the pronouns like which and who. Indefinite pronouns are like none, several, all, some. There are possessive nouns like his, my, their, our. Reciprocal pronouns can be each other, one another, like that. Reflexive form of pronouns are myself, himself. Relative pronouns are like which, where, that, who. And finally, there is one more division, intensive. When you use these pronouns emphatically, like itself, himself, although they are similar to the reflexive pronouns, but some people make it a different category. So with that, we come to an end of your brief discussion on nouns and pronouns. Now let's go straight away into the exercises in your lesson Death of a Clerk. The first section of the grammar exercise is about nouns. Actually, they are about the collective nouns. Section A. Put each of the following collective nouns in the correct place in the sentences below, making it plural. If necessary, some nouns must be used more than once. So the list of the words is given here. You can go through them before filling up the blanks. Now I will read out the sentence and tell you the answer. The days of the Indian Navy is very strong now. Fleet. Disease reduced the farmers' days from 60 to 39 cows herd. Rana was attacked by a dash of wasps swarm. A dash of shouting people overturned vehicles, set fire to shops and attacked a police station mob. The president occupied a dash of rooms at the hotel suite. Some spectators in the dash disagreed with the referee's decision. Audience. He bought a large dash of bananas bunch. The priest was very sad to see his dash getting smaller week by week. Congregation. Fishing boats use modern equipments to locate the dash of fish. Shoal. Ritika lost her balance and fell down a dash of steps. Flight. Birappan is the leader of a well-known dash of criminals. Gang. We sat down in the shade of a dash of trees. Clump. In spring, dash of birds arrive in India after spending their time in Russia. Flock. Our picnic was completely ruined by a dash of ants. Swarm. Karan gave Ritika a dash of flowers. Bunch. Indian Airlines has a dash of Boeing 747s. Set. Ria gave a dash of old clothes to Gujarat earthquake victims. Bundle. The dash applauded the new play enthusiastically. Audience. Has anyone seen a dash of keys? I left them somewhere. Bunch. Golf is an expensive game. You will need a dash of clubs. Pack. The books were arranged in a dash, one on top of the other. Stack. They had bought a leather three-piece dash, a sofa, and 2 armchairs. Set. Let us play a game. Who has got a dash of cards? Pack. The cruise ship carries 100 passengers and a dash of 45 crew. The dash of ship was controlled by a shepherd and 2 dogs. The flock. For their wedding, Neha gave them a dash of cutlery. Set. Now, the section B deals with personal pronouns. So, let me read out the sentence with their answers. Uncle Mohan took Karan and Dash to the circus. That's me. Yes, it is Dash, sure enough. He. My daughter and Dash are going to holiday together. It's she. You and Dash make a good partnership. He. We are much stronger than Dash at cricket. Them. You are as tall as Dash, so you can easily wear this coat. I. How can you talk to a man like Dash? Him. I think you are prettier than Dash all. Let us go for a walk, just you and Dash. The first one will be they and the second one will be I. It was Dash I was talking about. He. It is Dash that likes sugar in her tea, not Dash. The first one will be she and the second one will be I. Now let's work out the section C of the exercise. The pronouns have been left out in the following sentences. Fill in the appropriate pronouns. The father read the story to the boy. He read it to him slowly and clearly, but the boy didn't seem interested in that. Here I am reading out the sentences with the blanks filled up. If you listen to the sentences carefully, you will get your answers. People often worry when they get sick. They wonder when their health will return and when they will feel more like them again. The father thought that his son seemed unusually upset, but it didn't occur to him that the boy was afraid of dying. When children get sick, they sometimes run high temperatures. Their parents get very nervous, so they call for medical help. Once upon a time, there was a smart young man who decided to trick a wise old man. He caught a little bird and held it in one hand behind his back. The boy approached the wise man and said, "Sir, I have a question for you. I want to see how wise you are. I am holding a bird in my hand. Is it alive or is it dead?" The boy thought that if the man said that the bird was dead, he would open his hand to reveal the live bird. But if the man said the bird was alive, he would crush the bird, killing it. The old man stared the boy's eyes for a long time. Then he said, "The answer, my friend, is in your hands." Friends, that completes your grammar exercise on nouns and pronouns. Although I have worked out the exercise, but I honestly urge upon you that if you have some grammar books with you, please go through the parts of speech in English grammar, because they make the foundation of your knowledge of grammar. If you are not clear enough about parts of speech, you cannot frame correct sentences. So the most important part of English grammar is the parts of speech along with the tenses. If your vocabulary is good enough and if you are having a clear basic of parts of speech and you have a fundamental knowledge of tenses, you can frame correct sentences, you can write correct sentences, and if you are well aware of these parts of speech, that will help you to use the correct subjects and objects in your sentence. So in my 3 videos, I have tried my level best to make you aware of the lesson, The Great Story by Anton Chekhov, and along with that I have worked out the exercises for you. So kindly prepare the essay type questions, 3 essay type questions what I have discussed in my second video, and carefully answer the grammar questions. Prepare your answers in a notebook, the vocabulary questions as well as the grammar questions. Once you prepare them on a notebook, then you needn't watch the videos repeatedly. You can just learn them and be sure enough that you can be able to answer the questions correctly. So wish you all the best, my friend. See you later. Thank you.